Hey everybody, this is Grace, and this is not my usual way of speaking, but I am out to go soak up some positive vibes. And today was the last day of school, for school's out for summer for kids and minors, people in the public system, and kids. Now everybody's out now for the summer, like the teachers. I'm sure the universities, colleges, they had already let out. They usually do before public schools and all. But it's kind of the reason I didn't know that it was today was because it's kind of early to me. Like I was telling Adam today, when I was young, it was always in May. School let out for summer. But then at some point when I got older, I'd say over the last 20 years or so, it got to where it was in June. Maybe it was the whole global warming and they had more of those days off, for snow days and stuff, such like that. But this time apparently not. And then yesterday, Adam and I, which was Thursday, we were wondering why were there a bunch of parents at the elementary school in our neighborhood. At 10, it was in the 10 o'clock hour, a.m., of course. And we were like, what are they doing? Well, today's the last day of school, and boy, the kids, we weren't meaning to, we just happened to, we went out and got us something to eat, and they were letting out when we got back at noon. And like I told him, I always remembered it was noon on that Friday, when it all ended. The school was out for the summer. Anyway, but how many of us remember that? I'm 61. I'll be 62 real soon. And but how many of us remember how it was always such a good feeling? I think all of us probably do. It was such a good feeling, well, pretty much all of us. For the summer to be out, and the whole summer just to play. But when we were younger, we got to play in a different way. We weren't inside. We were outside soaking up sun. At least the people I knew. Out soaking up the sun. I remember every summer my hair would turn bleach blonde. Because I was out so much in the sun. Well, I was actually born, my hair was blonde. And it got old. As I got older, it got darker. And then, as a kid, I was outside a lot. And it would turn bleach blonde. Like I said. And after I became an adult, and it was really brown, and I started, every summer I would have it highlighted blonde. Winter time I'd have it highlighted auburn, seriously. I had a thing going on there for a while, probably like 20 years or so, 20 or 30. Anyway, but the positive vibes, what am I going to do to get positive vibes, right? But I just wanted to get out of the house where I just felt it, I could talk about it on video. I use my videos, I say, to vent, and I do vent, but every once in a while, hey, there's some good stuff going on, or different stuff, just something different than, that kind of stuff. But kids out, and when Adam and I had gone out to eat, gone to get us something to eat, we got some Wingstop chicken wings. I only ate one of them. One was 4 of one flavor, which was Parmesan, and the other one was Cajun. I haven't eaten the Cajun, the other 4. But the French fries and the ranch style dressing, I was wondering what it was. Adam told me it was ranch style dressing. Oh my goodness, it was so good. The ranch style dressing, I'm just worried it was a little bit too much sodium for me. I don't know, I didn't check the sodium count, but oh, it was so delicious. The first time I ever finished my fries in I don't know how many years or decades. I sat there and ate every French fry because I dipped it in the ranch. I usually don't do it. I just tested it and say, oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness, it was so good. But anyway, but while we were there, it took a long while. I went out in the SUV and stayed made some videos, and Adam was just kind of standing around, walking outside, smoked a cigarette, walked around. But there were a lot of kids, teenagers. And one, we still don't know whether she was the mama, like really tiny mama, to the 3 kids aged between, say, 1 year to 7. What is he doing? Or if she was the mama, or she was the older sister or babysitter or what? But she was tiny. And there was some other. It was like a bunch of. We couldn't really figure out every one of them if they were kids or, like I said, the mama or the sister or the aunt or the babysitter. The other ones we couldn't also figure out if they were adults or what, but we were wondering why. And I thought, I better look this up, and I did. And yep, it said today is the day they got out for summer. Oh man, that water went right on my windshield. Let me clean it off here. Hopefully it does clean it off here. Oh. But anyway, it's always good that there's something different. I miss that. We get out for the summer, and it was so much freedom. So much freedom. And jobs, that of having a vacation just didn't cut it. You know what I mean? When you became an adult, or even before then, and you had a vacation, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't school's out for summer. Okay, and yes, I do think that I'm going through my second childhood. How many of us grew up hearing that too? When people say, oh, he just seems to be going through his second childhood. Or maybe she. I think I only heard he. And that was my grandfather, my maternal grandfather. He was the nicest, sweetest man I have never since him known of anybody that sweet, that gentle, that kind. He was also, I still don't know to this day, but his family was Amish. So, okay, that could be that. But just so sweet. And I think the reason they said he was going through second childhood was because he would come out to our playhouse. My dad had built us. My dad was a carpenter. And built me and my sister, well, mainly me and one of my sisters, a playhouse out of wood, an actual one, not one of these prefab or whatever you would call them. But he built us when it was so cute. And my grandfather, they lived next door. He would come out there and he would have tea and cake with us. Easy baked cake, seriously. Okay, and the tea was usually, yes, Kool-Aid. Although we drink a lot, it's Texas. We did drink a lot of tea. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm quite amazed there's hardly anybody here at this grocery store. What the world's going on? I mean, it's usually, especially Friday, but it's usually packed, jam-packed. You can get in kind of packed. The other day we came out here to buy something, and they had caution. Those caution yellow things that say caution wrapped around the front. Nobody could go in there, and I don't know why. I actually looked it up online, and it flashed real quick. But it went away and I couldn't find it again. So it flashed, yeah, there was something, and it was gone. So like I said, no matter how I searched after that, couldn't find it. But these people were in there buying, so we'll see. Okay, that was pretty good. I got one of those shopping carts, those electronic shopping carts, and used that for. Okay, who's going? I don't see anybody anywhere near me. Anywhere. Seriously. Oh, they're playing with their keys to the car. Maybe that's what it detected. I don't know. There's nobody anywhere around me. Nobody moving. No autos, nothing. Anyway. It was pretty good. I walked in, and the first thing I saw when I looked up okay, what's that? Y'all saw that? First thing when I looked up was a little school-age girl, elementary school probably, and she was skipping and like really happy. I told you, all those positive vibes, man. You know, kids out of school for summer, and that's the most positive vibes. I don't usually say stuff like that, but that's the most positive vibes I ever felt in my life, or known in anybody to feel. Was when school was let out for summer, and I continue to see kids doing that. Even when I got outside and got in my SUV, sure enough. Yeah, what were you trying to do behind me? You were going to go around me and get in this lane somehow? Oh my goodness. But anyway, it was good. I had to call Adam during it, see if he wanted me to get some. He likes to give the dogs some rotisserie chicken every once in a while. And they sell that at that Walmart neighborhood market for $2.97. The ones that I guess were from yesterday, and they sell them for $2.97 the next day. So he wanted me to get some. I got 3. He said 3 or 4, so I got 3. I had one of those little shopping carts, shopping baskets, you know, on the electronic shopping cart. So and I already had stuff in it. $70 for 70 or 75, somewhere around there. Yeah. Anyway, this was just a day of the life. No big topic. But estate sale. I think I saw that woman putting that sign up there yesterday. When we first moved here, like over 20 years ago. 25, I don't know. It's been a while. And to this part, we've lived in the area for decades, but we have a big, huge 2-story house, and we didn't have enough furniture to fill it up, like the upstairs, you know. And we did estate sales, and went to estate sales, and got it, you know, like furniture that we weren't going to use, and we still have it. Like the one upstairs has the sofa, the whole sofa set. Sofa, I think love seat, still up there all these years later, because we didn't really use that so, all these years. So anyway, you know, I think one chest of drawers. There were, you know, antique end tables. I loved antique stuff. Okay, I don't know why y'all are sitting there, and I'm waiting on all of you. So get a move on, people. You would hold up traffic. You're holding up traffic. Are we sitting there like Adam says they're gonna? Well, he says they're on one certain social media. I just think they're texting somebody. Just not paying attention. Anyway, the sun's in my eyes. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough for this. I'll talk to you on another video.